I rise to support the inclusion of the $40 million for special education funding to go from the general fund to be allocated toward the excess cost reimbursement, to be placed into that tiered program and distributed to schools. This funding, we can see at this moment in time, special education in Connecticut, we've come to a crisis point where we absolutely need interventions. We need interventions not only in terms of funding, but to think about structurally how we're moving forward. We've just created a new committee on special education, a select committee that has been working in a bipartisan fashion, where we've visited every corner of Connecticut to get a sense of what the issues were that were impacting every district. And it turns out that the issues impacting every district may be different by scale, but they were similarly dire in terms of need for intervention. And so that intervention comes, one, in the future, and in the form of thinking about how we change the structure that we have now. So incentivizing, for example, more in-district programs, reducing those transportation costs, reducing those the increasing the rise in service costs for outplacements, and then also thinking about perhaps reweighting the education cost sharing formula. So these are things that the committee will undertake to look forward. The committee is forward looking to think about what structures need to be changed to ensure that special education funding is sustainable going forward. But what we need now, which is we're at a critical sort of emergency crisis point, is funding for expenditures that have already been for costs that have already been expended by school districts in this current budget. So this funding is going to be going back into the excess cost grant formula to be within that tiered system, to be distributed based on the standard formula for allocations for the districts. It's a need that every district has said they need now. We heard from every superintendent, every Board of Education member. This is a critical need. Otherwise, we'd be facing significant cuts at the school district or significant property tax increases, because those services have already been those costs have already been expended and those services have already been provided. And so this is a cost that has to be addressed right now. So we have, again, a constitutional and a moral obligation to make sure we're providing for our students, for all of our students, especially the most vulnerable. And this funding is allocated to provide that immediate need right now. And the committee is working on future structural changes to make this sustainable in Connecticut going forward. Thank you very much.